Glad to have you join us again. President Muhammadu Buhari met with some Southeast governors and senators 2 weeks ago.
Now, the Southeast leaders expressed their grievances to the president. One of the salient issues bordered on underrepresentation of the Igbos in the Buhari administration, an allegation which the president said was unfounded.
We dealt with problems of development in the Southeast. We dealt with basic capital projects in the Southeast, which have for a long time been in neglect, not just from this government, but for a very long time. The major arteries of federal highways in the Southeast are in complete state of disrepair. Enugu, Onitsha, Enugu, Port Harcourt. We export gas from the Southeast to other parts of the country, but there is no reticulation of the pipelines in the industrial clusters in the Southeast. And we raised that. We've talked about the only international airport that we have in the Southeast, which has a lit runway, which has very bad infrastructure in terms of the buildings that are there. Some have been ravaged by tornado. And we got assurances from the president that he was going to deal with each of them seriously.
The Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, has also absolved President Muhammadu Buhari from claims he is marginalizing the people of the Southeast.
The minister said the president appointed 4 out of the 5 eastern states representatives in his cabinet as substantive ministers. Now, the minister urged Ndibo to support President Buhari, saying the president means well for the zone.
Well, some Igbo leaders also urged the people of the Southeast to forget the past and team up with the president to develop the country.
The Igbos with their 5 states got 4 ministers of cabinet position, and Minister for Foreign Affairs is #1 minister, cabinet rank. Over in other climes, Secretary of State, you are the #1 minister. He was seated there. He said he's an Igbo man. You people also do industries, buying and selling. I gave you people Minister of Trades, Investment and Industry. Okay, Nelama. He was seated down there. He says, is it not to help you guys? I also gave you Minister of Science and Technology. Science and technology is the bane of any revolution. It's the cross, it's the foundation of the Chinese Revolution. He gave us employment and labor. Labor and employment. In other clients, labor minister is #3. I go out on conferences and meetings. My colleagues are #3 in the hierarchy of their country.
President Buhari is the president of this nation, and whatever he's doing is for the well-being of the people of Anambra and the Nigerians in particular.
Mr. President, I thank him very much for accepting our people, for listening to our requests. We are not marginalized, and I believe you that Buhari will not marginalize Igbos.
All right. Those voices from different parts of the country, and even from the East, you hear different voices when it comes to the issue of marginalization. Now we have with us the Public Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, Lagos State, Joe Ibokwe, joining us right now. It's good to have you join us. You're welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Right. Now, this issue of marginalization has become an everyday lexicon now, especially coming from the East. But let me put it to you straight this way. Is the East really being marginalized under this government that you were part of?
No, I will not say this government.
Okay.
But I will say, if you look at, since the end of the Civil War in 1970, it's like, let us continue to keep these people down so that we don't think about separation or any other civil war. Why am I saying this? Of course, in 1995, I wrote Igbo's 25 years after Biafra. I tried to document what has transpired since the end of that civil war. And I talked about this marginalization. I also talked about self-marginalization. We complain of what we do, what others do to us. We also talked about what we are doing to ourselves. by not playing a better politics. But that's not what I'm talking about now. I'm talking about this systemic, structured, and official and organized, kind of marginalization, in the sense that if you put 6 zones now, Northwest, 6, 7 states, North Central, 6, Northeast, 6, Southwest, 6, South, 6, Southeast, 5. 5. That 5 states, now one state that is missing or 2, is robbing us a lot. Because if you put everything on the table, if you add additional 1 state to the southeast now, which Obasanjo's conference tried to do in about 2006 or so, 2006, Obasanjo's conference, they made a serious case for 1 additional state to the south. Because if you do that right now, you have 1 governor, an additional 1 governor to the southeast, 3 additional senators, House of Rep members, more local governments, 1 more minister.
More representation.
More representation. 1 university, 1 federal university, 1 teaching hospital, 1 state capital. It will just go down. That will almost settle the issue. But any time you have anything you want to show on the table, we'll get the list. Whether it's revenue allocation, whether it's ministerial appointment, whether it's voting power, if you have anything you want to vote for in the National Assembly, we are the list. So it's robbing us. In fact, there was a time I calculated it.
But not every time in the National Assembly, because men from the East have been heads of the National Assembly.
No, I'm not talking about the heads, I'm talking about the number.
Okay.
In case if you have anything to debate or where you need votes, you find yourself the lowest. Anything you share in this country will have the lowest. Whether it's local government, revenue allocation, ministerial positions.
All right, so that brings us back to this administration now. Yes, you've talked about the years back, but in this administration, is there any difference as to how Igbos, people from the Southeast, are being treated compared to years past?
No, it didn't start today. It didn't start today, so I'm not going to.
But there are different people at different times now. There are different people in charge of the country now. In fact, it's not even the PDP that has been ruling the country for that ruled the country for 16 years. So it's a new party in place. Different people in charge of the administration of the country. So have things really changed for the better for the Igbos or for the worse?
No, unless
that was the question.
No, yeah, it has not changed. It's changed much. Even though our people are still there, but I still feel that we need that additional state. Any government, whether it's PDP, APC, or any other government, who can muster the courage to say, look, we have to listen to this demand, is needful. You know, we need it. You need it to bring us at par with others. The moment you do that, you would have created 25,000 jobs immediately. A new capital city. So that's what we're talking about, and I think other Nigerians should pick it, because injustice is in any place is a threat to justice anywhere.
All right. Now we all know and remember how states were created under the military here. So how creating a state under a democratic system goes through a lot of processes here and there, alignment here and there, lobbying here and there. And you mentioned something earlier on, whether the Igbos are playing their politics well or not. Their numbers are there, certainly, because if you go to any village in this country, you're going to see an Igbo man. So it's not like they're less in number than any other person, as the case may be. But when it comes to the issue of having an extra state in the East, do you think the Igbos are playing the politics well, directing and charting a course in that direction to say, okay, we are unified, we are one, to speak in one voice, to be able to align with others and lobby their way into this having a state for another extra state?
No, I don't think, without sounding immodest, I don't think we have played better politics, because if we have placed this matter in the front burner and defend it and push for it, collectively, in one voice, in unity, in amity, in concord, I think the system would have paid attention. I think the government would have paid attention. But cacophony of voices, here and there. People, no political strategy, no cultural competence, what I would call cultural competence, and, things have made it impossible for us to speak with one voice, and then playing the politics, because in 2000, like I said, Obasanjo's conference mooted the idea in either 2005 or 2000 because there was a conference, and it's okay. They made a very strong case for additional state in the southeast, but the progenitors, our people say, look, we're going to carve out part of Enugu State, part of Anambra State, part of Ebonyi State, Abia State, and Imo State to make one state. Imo State said, look, we are going to have it. We'll have Bise State. Enugu said, look, it has to be in Nsukka State. And that modeled that process. That rendered that almost getting what we want into New
One of the proposed state was Adada State.
You get we couldn't play the politics.
Does it seem
we,
to you?
We couldn't do the needful. These things cannot be they cannot just throw it to you. You need to fight for life. Is all about fighting for anything that you want, fighting for a territory. Otherwise, somebody will take it. Playing the politics is very important. Every election year we cry because we have not taken the real decision. Given what we saw, because giving ministerial positions is a constitutional matter. Or even if not, the role
so it's not like doing anybody a favor.
It's not doing anybody a favor. But we need to play the real politics to be on the table where these things are being shared. Because I remember when we were small, if we go to a hunting expedition, when we come back, those of us that went are the ones that we share. If you are not part of the hunting expedition, you don't expect that you get something.
Now, does it seem to you really that seems to be the major, or even the only problem the Igbos are having, in not knowing how to play the politics
That
in
is
the
it.
country? Is the
No,
core
that
of the problem.
That's what we've been saying. If you say it, they abuse you. I think perhaps my stay in Lagos for close to 35 years has done a lot for me. You see, that's why I talked about the word cultural competence. Cultural competence is a way a race relates with other people for common, peaceful coexistence. You saw the tragedy that happened in Rwanda, because a major ethnic group, the Hutus, think that the minority, that they are cockroaches. They are calling them cockroaches, and by the time you know it, almost 500,000 people were slaughtered. Today they have found the need to. If you get if you get to Rwanda now, you say, are you a Hutu? Or you say, no, we're not. We're just Rwandans.
Exactly.
It took the slaughter of innocent people, almost 500,000, for them to realize the need for cultural competence, how to relate with other people. And I tell my people, look, I was in Lagos during the 1993 crisis, June 12, 1993 crisis. Apiola, a sophisticated Yoruba man, very successful, won June 12, 1993 elections fair and square. It was annulled. The man was killed. His wife was killed. All the Yoruba leaders were being hounded all over the place. Some sent to exile, some were killed. Omotocho was killed, Sulata Deji was killed. So many of them were killed. And if we are to be, let me say it without sounding modest, if we are to be Igbo, they will go to war. But Yoruba did not. That is cultural competence. Because look, if we go to war, thousands of people will die. Of course, we got information, Bolage told me, got information that these same people that are doing this wanted to destroy the bridges in Lagos and crush the economy of Lagos, because that was the target. Like they said, we are not going to play into their hands. That is cultural competence. We're not going to play into their hands. They managed it. How come the same ethnic group that suffered this colossal loss came back in 2013-14 to form an alliance with the same people that fought them to a standstill? It's cultural competence. Today, they're better. They're better. How come in 1999, the two presidential candidates came from Southwest. You would think they are very weak, they cannot fight, they cannot do anything, but the common sense is there. Even though common sense is not common. They were able to knock the engine of those, political engines of those who tried to destroy them. To try systematically to crush one of the most successful and sophisticated ethnic group in this country. They did not. Through management of cultural competence, they were able to destroy, destroy those who want to destroy, and then pick the person they march. Right. Even though they were not allowed to pick, because they wanted Falai. But the powers that be imposed on Obasanjo, and these people, they didn't say because it's our son.
They took advantage of it.
They didn't say because it's our son. Let us support him. These people are very unique people. Sure. That's something I have learned in this state for being in Lagos for 35 years. They rejected the man. From this ward, local government, state, even at the regional level for 8 years. They didn't work with it. They didn't say it's our son. It's just the same way when they denied Abiola his mandate, and they brought in Jonathan. They said, look, I said, look, you brought in Jonathan. They said, the only two ways it will take you to win it, the only way it will take you to win an election is to do a coup, to be the head of state. It's not to win an election. The only way you can be the head of state of Nigeria is one, to win an election, or you do a coup. That Senegal did not do it either. Therefore, they did not march on the street of Lagos in Ibadan with the drums to welcome Senegal. It never happened. They rejected him. They brought another person. They rejected him. With pen and paper. Few people, I was there. I was a participant, and I saw it all. Pen on paper. Common sense. I said, even though common sense is not common. Cultural competence. They were able to deal with this issue. By 1999, this thing came to them. So we have a lot to learn from this. You see, we tell our people, when you come to Lagos, don't come to emulate Achebi or, parties and other things. Try to copy other things. In the Southeast, we don't give any inheritance to girls. We saw it in Lagos. Copy it. Copy cultural competence.
Thanks to Supreme Court.
Copy plain politics the way it should be. If you place the zones in the country, I don't think Yoruba is the Southwest is the last. They are the most sophisticated politically, and they play their politics. It is time, what am I saying? It is time for people to move away from leadership complex, persecution complex, marginalization complex, selfish sense of superiority, and if you like, paranoid, grandiosity. We have to move away and play the real politics.
But you talked about cultural competence. Yes. The generally is naturally an egalitarian. The composition is always egalitarian in nature.
Equality.
And so that's why they don't have this chiefdom where one person, the monarchical system. It is only certainly just in one of the states that you have a recognized monarchical system and all of that. They were not known to be a monarchical system in that regard. Don't you think that is what is affecting their ability to play the kind of politics you were talking about? Because even naturally, they are not a cohesive group of people.
If you have told a particular line of thinking for years, and it's not leading you anywhere, change must be possible. Change must be possible. I'm telling you, we are learning a lot of things from the Southwest as the other day. They are also learning from us. The other day, Ekiti State House of Assembly sat and they said, look, we have to do what the Southeast is doing. We have to learn this idea of taking someone, training somebody to skill or trade, and at the end of 5, 6, 7 years, you settle that person. They're thinking of sending some young people from Ekiti State to our back to go and learn,
so we can learn
how
from
to
one
do
another.
Those things.
Yes.
It's a symbiotic
All right, let's bring in Faladele at this point for her to tell us what Nigerians are saying about this issue online. Good morning to you, Faladele.
Good morning, Aziz. And I know you had to quickly say yes. No, but the issue of marginalization is such a deep one that we can't exhaust it. There's so much to read and so much to talk about. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Very good morning to you.
How are you?
All right, so let's find out what people are saying about this. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, good morning.
Isaac says, so after the Civil War, how much did the federal government spend to rebuild Southeast Nigeria? Oyenkuzi says, a lot is said about northern Nigeria's agricultural potential, but not enough about southern Nigeria's industrial potential. Ayekoto says, history has proven that the people from Southeast Nigeria, the Igbos, are innovative. That place should be the industrial hub of the country. NYRP says, we will restructure Nigeria not to favor Niger Delta, North, nor Southeast, nor Southwest, but to favor every child born in Nigeria. Muhammad Buhari, and this was a tweet from the president, he had said, I want the Southeast to rest assured that we will deliver all the critical infrastructure projects we promised. And then there were some replies to this. And Franklin Isong says, speak louder with your actions and not with your words. Southeast and South-South regions deserve a better deal from you and APC Nigeria. Someone else replied saying, and this was Ikemba, he said, these your colleagues don't represent the terrorized citizens of Southeastern Nigeria. Travel to the Southeast. Okay, Joe, so someone is suggesting that the president take a trip to the Southeast. I want to know that, I don't know if you share his sentiments, but I want to know what steps you think that the president can take to, by his actions, assure people of the Southeast that he's with them and he identifies with them.
Let me tell you, I'm from Southeast, I'm from Newi, so I travel almost every month. Let me tell you, our people were in PDP since 1999. The second Niger bridge has been a recurring decimal. Promises. Nobody has ever done anything. Enugu-Onitsha Expressway is in total, it's in shambles. It's being given attention as I speak to you from Enugu angle going down to Onitsha. The same thing with Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway. The same thing with Nnewi, Okigwe, road. So it's receiving attention. It's never been done before. It's promises. That's what will get us to these policies that we're talking about. Engage. You see, we have leaders who, when they go to Abuja, they say, oh, we are going to deliver Southeast, we're going to deliver us, and they give them money, they go away. They are not looking at the big picture. They are not as strong as people from other zones when they ask for. How can we be on this second Niger bridge for how many years now? Close to getting to 20 years. And today it's receiving attention. Yet, they did not vote for Buhari. They did not. They abused him. They abused him. Part of the reason why this iPod came up again this season is because of the decision they took in 2015. And we said it in Lagos. We said, look, when there was an alliance between Southwest and the North, it's all over. It's all over. If numbers are anything to go by, I spoke to them, I broke down these things to them in simple language, in elementary political science. They did not understand. Their argument is that nobody can defeat the incumbent. Nothing was done. All the things they promised, they never delivered. But they took the decision. And it's paining them till date. If they abuse you, they say, look, let me tell you, war starts with verbal exchange of waka.
Words.
Yeah, negi, nagi, this. Before you know it, you push them, before you know it, people will die.
Very true.
It comes from hate speech.
You remember Rwanda?
Yes, cockroaches. I said it. So we need to play the politics. Now that Buhari has come, he did not remember what you people did in 2015. The hate speeches, we saw it. You know, when you abuse somebody, don't forget that he has a family.
All right, we'll have to
he has
end
somebody.
the discussion there.
There's so much to talk about
from the Thank you very much for your analysis at this time. Joey Bokwe, thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And Fola, thank you very much. Thank you. Right. Now, we'll be going up for the sports update, but before then, Kenyans head to the polls.
Yes, and we have a coming up.
Yeah, we have it coming up, certainly. Kenyans head to the polls, and you can see live feeds there from Kenya. People are queuing up to vote, and it's ongoing right now. There's a lot of security on ground from the reports we're getting, and we'll certainly bring you updates, and we'll be talking about all of this after the sports update now. Stay with us on TVC Breakfast.
Welcome to First View Luxury Hotel. At First View Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit First View Luxury Hotel. We are located at #1 Adeline Mishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 080-7578-7135 or 080-9990-0601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.firstviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. First View Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.